Xin what's up everybody? Okay, due to popular success from the Don't Burn Out video we did in Saigon, I want to give you some tips and tricks for what you can do to stay occupied during the week instead of partying and going out every night and blowing a bunch of money. There's lots of different things you can do. We're going to cover a lot. Some of them were already covered in that other video, but I think this is a pretty good companion video follow-up to that video, so that's what we're going to do. If you do like this video, you know what to do. So let's get into it. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do instead of, focusing on going out and partying. I gotta bring my co-host in with me. Instead of focusing on going and partying out every single night. Like I talked about in the burnout video, don't burn out. It's certainly not what you want to do. You want to be on a schedule. I'm on a routine Monday through Friday. My Monday through Friday looks pretty much identical. I literally wake up, I edit a video, put it on, upload it, premiere it, or just put it out. Then I either run or I'll swim depending on if it's raining first. Then I'll do one after the other, rain pending. Then I will go to the gym, and then after the gym I will hang out for an hour, and then I'll go out and I'll film content. Well, lately it's been raining every day, so it's been pretty difficult to go film content in the rain. So I've come up with a few ideas of things I haven't shot that are indoors, so we will get back to like a regular vlogging schedule as of today. So hopefully we'll get back to 2-a-days now. I'll just go places that are indoors, or I'll even walk around with a larger umbrella. So we'll just keep it moving. The rain does suck, it does hinder some stuff, but tips I would recommend. I had a buddy here that did pretty well, and what he did is he learned Vietnamese like all day, Monday through Friday. Like he went to class, he went to a focused class that was accelerated. And then he did the app where you transfer English to a Vietnamese and they teach you Vietnamese. And he actually did pretty well. He learned quite a bit of Vietnamese, and he was able to stay here pretty much as long as he wanted to. I think he was here around 6 months, and then he took off and went back home as Corona kind of hit, because no one wanted to really hang out here with lockdowns and stuff. Don't really blame him. I of course didn't run away to go to the West during coronavirus. I just stayed here because I thought that was the best thing to do. Time will tell if that decision was the best, but I think so far it was. Other things you can do that you might not think of if you just really like Saigon and you're kind of here to party is go other places for a bit. Go on down to Vung Tau for a week. It's pretty chill. There's actually quite a bit of things to do there. It's not the most exciting town, but it's affordable to get there. You can take the limo in 4.5 hours, 4 hours, and you can hang out and have a pretty cheap vacation away from a vacation. You could also go to Dalat. I'm not like a gigantic fan of Dalat. Some people really love Dalat, but yeah, it's got stuff to do. So you could also do a 2 to 5 day vacation in Dalat. You could go to Da Nang. You could travel around Vietnam as well instead of just staying here. And you can do those vacations very cheap. There used to be people in the Discord that would travel very cheaply, like $12 hotels, the whole 9 yards, and find the cheapest way to get there. Take like an 8-hour bus. There's very possible ways to get places very cheaply. So yeah, one big tip, you want to set a schedule. Set like a Monday through Friday schedule. Try not to really go out too much and go partying, and you're not going to spend that much money if you only go out on Friday and Saturday nights. And then on Friday and Saturday nights, if you want to go hard, go hard. I'm telling you though, if you this is kind of a lot of what I said in the last video, but I'm trying to offer new information to it. This is a tips thing, but if you do go hard and party every night, I've known guys here that have been here 2, 3, 4 months, and they've blown through 15 grand, 20 grand, and they're to the point where they've got to go home and go find work, or find work here immediately kind of scenario. So if you want to prevent doing that, then other tips you can do is set a budget for yourself. So set your Monday through Thursday budget for food and for what you're going to do. If you are going to go out and drink, here's the thing I used to do after I blew some money my first couple months is, if I was going to go out, if I was going to go to Boivin, I would pull out 1 million, and then I'd just leave the debit card at home and use Grab to go back home and leave credit cards at home. So then after that million was done, you're done. You're going home. And when you do that, when you leave everything at home, you're more accountable to what you're spending when you're going out. So it makes things a bit easier to stay on focus and on budget. Now, the reason why I've been doing these videos is because I know so many people that have blown a lot of money, loved being here, but blew a lot of money in a fast amount of time, and then they had to essentially go back home, work, and resave up to come back out here. And now quite a few of those guys are being smart, and they're starting to look for actual like jobs and stuff instead of coming for a tourist visa. Plus, they don't want to deal with the visa run situation and all that stuff. I'm going to do an even more detailed video about the visa situation because there seems to be some people in Vietnam or other YouTubers talking about the Vietnam visa situation like it's never going to change. Like, this is what they want. They wanted to have this mass getting rid of foreigners, which I really don't think was the case at all. I think, by the way that they make the 30-day e-visa endless. I've got a dude, I just talked to a dude on his 14th one because he actually does business and he flies all around. So every time he flies to go somewhere else, he has to get another visa. So I mean, if you can do 14, then that means that's already a year and 2 months theoretically if you're spreading them out to every 30 days. Now, anytime you leave the country on that thing, you've got to get another one. Yeah, is it the best system? No, but we'll talk about that in that video. I think there's going to be a big change on that. So, like I said, create a budget, find a hobby, teach yourself a new skill set. Like, if you're spending through your savings and all your money comes from your one main job, like a lot of people think this is my only source of income, but I actually have multiple passive incomes. So figure out a passive income you want to do. I'm not here to pitch you on like what to do. There's many things out there, like you could do copywriting, you could do drop shipping, you could do purchasing shit online and reselling it back to Amazon. There's all kinds of different games out there that are done. Are a lot of them heavily done now, and are those markets harder to get into? Yes, but if you apply the time and the effort, you can get into them. So kind of try to come up with ways that you're making capital, like research that stuff on your off time. Do what I do. I don't look like I was getting in shape because, as we figured out, my estrogen was at the levels of a 65-year-old man, and I do like to drink. So, I've had to dial back my drinking, and I work out every day. That's 2 hours of my day is working out. It's running, going to the gym, and swimming. Those are things I do pretty much 7 days a week. The gym, admittedly, I do not. It's about 4 to 5 days a week. It's a little bit more difficult to stay on track with that one, but my head always makes sure I do my cardio, or I think I'd probably weigh 300 pounds if I didn't. I'd be a big boy if I didn't actually do all the stuff I did. And then combined with like all the steps that I get in as well. So I mean, I'm an active person even though I don't look active, and that was part of the reason why the doctor signed off on getting the estrogen tested and then getting the testosterone tested and all that stuff, because you have to present reasons from them to do the test. You can't really just go in and be like, give me this test. And he's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Because when I used to work out and eat like I do now, I eat pretty much just meat every day and vegetables. Like, I literally have meat and vegetables and almost nothing processed. If I do have a cheese, I buy like an actual nice cheese, like an actual made one, not a processed one. So, I have a pretty good lifestyle of habit Monday through Friday. Now, arguably Friday and Saturday nights when we go out and drink, I'm getting a little rowdy, having a little bit of extra alcohol than what I normally consume between Monday through Thursday, essentially. So, yeah, the plan on that, which is to hold myself a little bit accountable and kind of drink a little less on those streams and then go to different areas and not focus 100% on drinking streams. I'm even guilty of going a little bit too hard on Friday and Saturdays, but really those are the only nights that I go out, so there's kind of a reason for it. I'm pretty much home with the wife Monday through Thursday every single day out of the week, and it's a very schedulized routine type deal. So the best thing you can do is come up with a routine, stick to your routine, get a schedule, and do your first month, go crazy, party, spend some money, but then reel her back in and start to really dial back on the spending so your money can go a lot further. If you're looking for a shorter term rental, a lot of people that contacted me for the Golden River were looking for short term rentals. I don't have access to any of that. All the Golden River stuff I have is for a year or more. No real people that rent units here have any desire to do less than a year lease. It's just not worth their time and effort. And that goes for even a lot of places. You can swing 6-month leases with other stuff, with buildings that aren't as desirable or that rent as fast, stuff like this. So it is possible to get shorter term rentals. And if you do want to get like month or 2-month rentals, then go to Japantown. I mean, just don't be a dummy and go downstairs every night and party in those bars, or you'll spend a fortune. But you can get a nice, cheap, solid apartment there on a month-to-month basis that will do you just fine. Like, you know, we're talking $300 to $500 a month, $250 even for some. There's even some as low as $150 if you don't mind a room with no windows, essentially. You know, tiny little room. And some people are okay with living like that. Me personally, I'm too old for that shit. I'm not living in some little shit box. That's not what's happening in my life. There's no need for it. I don't need to save that kind of money for that type of deal. So, yeah, I think if you just really apply yourself and understand that if you party hardy all the time, you're going to burn out, and you might even get sick. Like, I've met a couple of dudes that got pretty sick from just going hard, and their body starts to kind of break down a little bit because they're not taking any kind of breaks or anything, and then they get sick. They'll get like a cold or a flu, not corona, for like, 3 or 4 weeks, and it'll come to that point.
A few moments later.
All right, we're back. I had a bit of technical difficulties real quick. So yeah, let's finish out the video. It's, you're going to want to find some stuff to do. You're going to want to make sure you fall in a habit of doing that stuff. You're going to manage your money wisely. You're going to want to be in that routine. You're going to want to travel around a little bit. Don't get stuck just wasting all your money partying Monday through Sunday. Especially going to clubs, it can get very expensive. If you do want to drink every day for some unknown reason, you can go to Boy Vane, and in the middle there on those little stools, they'll have 20, 30K beers with 20, 30K shots. So that's why I recommend you do that. Anyways, I'm just trying to help guys out that are coming here, and gals, and that have problems with money after being here for 2 or 3 months. So I'm here to just try to help you, prevent you from doing that, and give you some tips and tricks. And if you guys have anything to add in the comment sections for what other things people could do and tips and tricks for not blowing your, through all your money within 2 or 3 months, it would be greatly appreciated if you dropped a comment. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that'd be certainly pretty cool too. And if you want to drop a thumbs up, that'd be great, and drop a comment. So I thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Stay frosty. Peace out.